Hi everyone, my name is Sandeep. Today we will talk about the hyperconverged infrastructure. So what is this hyperconverged infrastructure? So what first we need to understand that what is exactly this. So what happens actually, there are a lot of queries in the market. Actually, people does not know about the hyperconverged infrastructure. What is this and how it works? So there is complete a history behind it. Why this hyperconverged infrastructure has been designed and what is the purpose of this? Because technology is increasing day by day, and and there are a lot of developments is going on. So we need to understand what is this hyperconverged infrastructure and what is its purpose, why it was launched in the market, and who firstly launched this infrastructure in the market. So, so you can see this image here, the hyper-converged infrastructure. You can see on the left side there is a virtual server, virtualization server, storage network, storage system. On the right side you can see there are three things. Means this all completely has been merged to this only small three component, and it has been optimized completely. So before going to this hyper-converged infrastructure, we have to first go to its history, why it has been invented and from where it came, what was the purpose. So for that actually we need to understand first, the legacy infrastructure of the data centers. There we will understand how it came. So I go to the notepad and I will explain that why the requirement has been generated, how this the tech companies thought okay, it should be optimized and converted to one small hardware before to avoid the legacy infrastructure. So what was there actually, even today also, the big tech companies still using the this traditional data centers and all those things. So now HCI means hyper converged infrastructure is replacing the those data centers. Why? Because one of them, this is one of the optimized, and one of this there is also some cost difference is also there, and and there is a small component that can that we can fit into your the rack, and it also saves your time, save your space, save your power consumption, save your cooling consumption. So everything it saves, and there is a benefit of this. So before doing this, we need to understand the legacy infrastructure. If we can say the legacy data center. So how it came. So I talk about the first of legacy infra under the DC. So what was the legacy infrastructure in the data center? Before that, it was a three-tier data center. We call it as a three-tier data center. So what is the meaning of this three-tier data center? Three-tier data center means it includes servers, storage, and network. These three things. So this one, and this one, it becomes a three-tier infrastructure. Got it? So now what is the problem here in the three-structure infrastructure? For everything you need a big space, means you need proper rack, stack. There will be a different storage rack, there will be a different server rack, there will be a different network rack. Then all those things will be connected with each other with the integration mode, and all those three will run together for the common purpose of the organization. Right? How? So it's a three-tier DC, we can say. So what is the TADC? So if you will see your legacy data center, so you will see there are these big racks. Okay, these are your rack. It's rack 1, then there is rack 2, and there is rack 3. So this rack is my server rack, this rack is my storage rack, and this rack is my network rack. So this is my network rack. So here all my servers are there. So there are different type of the servers, like 1U server, 2U server, 3U server, 4U servers, 8U servers. Okay, that is depending on the total capacity of the server. How much servers capacity will be there, then its size will be thin or it can be big. For example, if you are buying a 48 core server with the dual processor, and there is you need never 1 TB of the RAM and 5 TB of the hard disk. So this size will be like this. And rack is also size like 36U rack. Sometimes there is a 42U rack, or there is like 48U rack. So there are different types of the rack. So those servers are placed here. This is one server, this is one server, but this is one server, because these are also big servers. They are also taking the space. Or every server has their own two power supplies, actually, because in the data center you can say there is active passive power supplies. Okay, so active passive power supply, so whenever any one power supply goes down, the other power supply comes up. Okay, and there is a means everything is redundant here, like a UPS is redundant, genset is redundant. Okay, if your genset is not running one, then it will switch to the other genset, and those are in the auto mode. As soon as the power will cut off, the genset will auto start, and they will start supplying to the UPS, and UPS will start supplying to your servers. So I am just talking about the data center, but on the data center backend side, there is big, electrical infrastructure is there. We will also talk about that electrical infrastructure in our next video, that how that electrical infrastructure works. So we will talk about that electrical infrastructure also. I will tell you. So these are my servers. Okay. See, these are my server. This is my server. This is my server. This is my server, and this is my server. But this is the rack storage. So storage, there are a lot of storage in the market. Like there is a, for example, EMC storage is there. Hitachi is there. Okay. And then NetApp is there. Okay. Pure is there. Pure one. So these are my storage. So see, now one rack is of the server, one rack of the storage, and then after your network equipment, network is your Cisco. For example, Cisco data center switches are there, and your like L1 switches are there. Okay, L3 switches are there. So these are the switches. Now see, these all are now working with each other. Okay, these are connected with this is connected with this. So like this, there is a connectivity here, then there, then there. So like this, there is a connectivity. So for this, first of all, actually, what is now how that HCI came into existence. So whenever we are starting, for example, if I am starting a small data center, then I need, first of all, I need a space, then I need according to the electrical power, according to my equipment, whatever the equipments are there. Okay, then after I will put one rack, then there will be all the servers, and there can be also storage. There is one storage rack, there is one network rack. Then I have to connect those storage to the servers, server to the network rack, and storage has different. We have to connect the fiber cables. Fiber cables are connected on the HBA ports. This is the HBA port. It's called host based access. So these are the HBA ports. So there are the FC cables are there. FC cables. It's called fiber channel cables, which are 16 Gbps cables, and this one 32 Gbps cables. Those are connected with the storage on the HBA port. Okay, so storage starts syncing with the servers, and servers start recognizing the storage. Okay, this is the storage. Okay, so you will allocate the storage from here on the server, and server will start recognizing. So what actually happens in the company? The company basically, when you buy a server, first of all, the servers are actually, there are the dual redundant servers, and those servers are on the those servers are on the power supplies. Okay, those are redundant servers, and actually, and the storage is mapped to the server. Then there are, we say it's a LUN ID. Okay, we say LUN ID. So LUN ID, what is? It's a logical unit number. So whenever you will assign a storage from the storage rack or from the storage, so it will have a particular LUN ID. That LUN ID, and server has a particular option. It's called WWPN number. It's called worldwide port number. So worldwide port number is there. This information is passed to the storage, and LUN ID information is passed to the servers. So then servers start recognizing to the storage, and storage start recognizing to the server, and they are connected with each other. So whenever we will assign any of the storage from here, for example, I need 1 TB storage from here, so I will assign 1 TB storage to particular this VPN number, WWPN number, and WWPN number, but it is a worldwide port number, and every server has a unique worldwide port number. So it's a WWPN, we call it. So WWPN, the server started connecting. Then after we mount that server storage to the server, so there is a different process of mounting the storage on the Linux or as well as Windows, or if any third or other operating system like EIX is there, or the other operating system. So every operating system has a different this thing, different we can say like the process of the mounting the server, because there are the commands on the Windows side. We have to scan the LUN, then LUN is reflected on the servers, and then after we can mount the servers. So there is all the things. So we will also talk about that what is actually activity. So I will give you a clear information. What is the LUN ID, how the storage works, and what is the WWPN number, how these are connecting, what are the fiber channels. So we will deeply work on this. We will also work on this. This one. What is the electrical components which are required in the data centers. Okay. So you guys just support me. You please see my videos, and you please like my video, subscribe my video, and share to your other your friends and colleagues, so that they can also understand what is the 3-tier data center, and what is the requirement of the hyper converged infrastructure, how technology is working, and how technology is increasing. Okay, so so once this is connected, so now we will connect server with the network, because network is also required. Storage is connected, so network is also required. So now this is my server, this is my storage, and this is my network. So my storage is connected with the server, and my network is connected with the server. Now you see, server, storage, and network. These are the 3 basic components. Okay, it's called 3-tier data centers. Okay, so these all are working with each other in the integration mode. So server is running, there is the operating system on the server. It can be Windows, it can be Linux, it can be EIX. Okay, running. Or here is the storage is connected to the server. So whatever the data is, whatever the operations are being what are the operations are being operated on the servers, those are being stored on the storage. Why storage? Because it has the high IOPS. High IOPS. It means input output operations. So its input out operations are very high. Means whenever, because in the data center, in the data center we talk about. So if I talk about the Google data center, at a single time there are a lot of these billion of the you can say a billion of the users who connect to the data. If I open the google.com, so it does not mean that you are opening the google.com. There is a worldwide million of users are opening google.com, but that transaction is being processed. That transaction is being processed. So that transaction is being processed on the servers. Servers have a CPU and RAM, and if they are searching any data, if they are writing any data, the data is being written on the storage. So there is a high number of the IOPS, so that they can read and write the data on very high frequency or on a very high operating levels, like this. On the network, same. The whatever the request is coming. Suppose here is one user. If he is sending a request, then it is coming through the network. Okay, network is processing the data, it is sending to the server checking if data it has, then okay, otherwise it is taking the data from the storage. Okay, then after it is sending back to the network and it is going to the user. So like it is working. So this is the three tier of the infrastructure. So what is the actually disadvantage of the three tier of infrastructure? There are advantage and disadvantage, both are there. So first we will talk about the disadvantage. So in the disadvantage, what is there? You have to spend off the high cost on these three components, because you will have to buy servers. Then according to the server, you will have to buy the storage. Then after you will have to buy the network infrastructure. So you have to buy three components in this, during this all. So definitely there will be a cost. If you are talking about the server amount, if you are saying that I need a 48 core server and it need a 1 TB of RAM and it has a 5 TB of the hard disk, okay, and there will be two hard disks basically, with the two RAID controllers. One is the RAID 1, it's called RAID 1. We will also talk about deep on this. It's a RAID 1 and one is a RAID 5 or 6, sorry, 6 or 5. Okay, so all the data, whatever the data is written, that is written on the secondary drive, that is on the RAID 6 or 5, and on the primary there is your OS. This is the basically called OS RAID. This is the OS RAID. Okay, so all these three components are working together, and these are the huge components, not a small component. These are the huge component. It is working and they are working in the integration mode with each others. Okay. Cost is very high, they are working in the integration mode, and they consume much power, because network is also consuming power, server is also consuming power, storage is also consuming power. So definitely this electricity consumption will be high, right? And wherever this server infrastructure will be there, so definitely these servers will 24/7 running operations. Okay, if this is 24/7 running operation, definitely this will produce heat. If these are producing heat, then definitely it also needs the cooling. Then for cooling, we use the PAC for the cool down our infrastructure. Because if they will run on the high heat, then what will happen? The server will start going down automatically because of the high temperature and high heating. So you need to maintain some of the cooling according to your infrastructure. Okay, so you have to maintain the cooling according to your infrastructure. So definitely there is the need of the cooling capacity. So those will also use your electrical power, definitely, because the ACs are running. Those ACs are in the tonnage, like 20 ton, 10 ton AC, more than like according to your infrastructure. Those are 24/7 running also. So definitely they will consume the electricity. Right. So now what is the requirement of the HCI? So now what is the tech leaders who are the tech giant in the market, they thought that these are the three-tier infrastructure. Why we do not optimize this infrastructure and we work on this? Okay, to consolidate all this component into the single box so that it is easy to carry. User will the user or client will not buy the three things. Network is separate, server is separate, storage is separate. So they will not buy like this. They will buy only one single box. So the single box will include all the storage, network, and compute. Compute means servers. Okay, so then this requirement came into existence. There is one most known proverb, like the necessity is the mother of invention. So this is the necessity. Who invented this mother? It's called HCI. So HCI is one of the hyper-converged infrastructure which was invented later on to optimize the infrastructure, to reduce the electrical power city, to reduce the cooling, and to reduce the place so that it can fit into small place. There is no need to the big racks and those required. Okay, so those can be fit into small space. Okay, and it will consume less electricity, all those things. So there is a benefit. Okay, so now I hope you got what is the three-tier data centers and what are the three components in the data center. There are the other lot of things that we will slowly cover. Okay, we will cover like the DC electricity setup, cooling capacity, and how to calculate the cooling capacity. Okay, heating, how heat is produced and how the cooling capacity is used to reduce that heat. There are humidifiers, dehumidifiers to maintain the data center this one temperature. So there are a lot of things. So you please start my seeing video, so you will get a good knowledge of the data center. So slowly we will go ahead and I will try my level best to make you understand that how this all infrastructure and setup works. Okay, so this all is clear, right? So now we are coming to the next thing. So now I am talking about the HCI. HCI is what? Hyper Converge Infrastructure. So here was my three-tier infrastructure. Okay. What was that? Server, storage, and server, storage, and network. So these are my three-tier infrastructure. I will denote this like this. So you can see it is like a three. So definitely three-tier infrastructure. Now on the other side, I have one box. It's my HCI. So HCI includes, this is a single box. It includes my compute. Compute means server. It has my storage, or it has my network. Okay, so this is the box. Now you do not need to buy three different components. You will buy one component. It's called Hyper Converge Infrastructure. In one component you will see there will be a single box, and in the single box everything will be there. You just buy this and you will simply place this on your this rack. Okay, and you will just put the power supply. So all those things will be activated and it will start working. It will start working means it will get on, and then after the other things, whatever the requirement of this infrastructure, for example, if it needs its own operating system, first you will install the operating system like whatever Windows, Linux, Nutanix, VMware, virtualization, whatever it is this. So you will have to install that. Then after you will start controlling your infrastructure. Then after you will start installing your virtual machines. Then after start allocating the storage, and you will start creating the network ports, the VLANs and the other things, etc. on this. So who invented the HCI? Now there is one question. May you people know about it, who have read on the internet and gone through some article. So So Nutanix, I talk about the Nutanix. Nutanix was the first company in 2009. Actually, they came with this HCI infrastructure. They invented it. Means they made this type of the first hardware. After that, then there came the Dell VX Rail came. Then after there the HP HCI came. Then after this one Cisco HCI, NetApp HCI. So every this tech company, tech giant has started preparing their own hardware with the HCI. Okay. So now we have to place only this server on our rack and it will start working. You will install the operating system, all of the thing, it will start working. They have their own interface. You will go through their interface. Basically, generally, all the HCI has a one web-based interface actually. So whenever you will install this one, so it has one IP. You will have a manual. In that manual, it will be written that this is the IP address. You just go to the web. And in the web browser you will put that IP, then there will be a console of that infrastructure will open. There will be some default ID and password, and default ID and password you will open the console. Then it will start showing all the components inside of that. Okay, this is the compute, these are your nodes, these are your storage, these are your network components, and all those things you will start seeing. Then after, if whatever you need, we will start deploying your infrastructure as per your requirement, as per your capacity planning for whatever you have bought this infrastructure. You will start doing that. Okay, so clear. So same here in the image what we are seeing here. So we are seeing, see, hyper infrastructure. So you can see there is a storage system on the downside, then there is a storage network, then there is a servers, then there is a virtualization. So all those three things which are in the the blue one, these all are your hardware basically. This is your hardware. Okay, these all are the hardware, and there is yellow one. This is the application, this software. These are the application. This is the application. Okay, and they have converted this into one single box. Single box means this box, and there is this monitor attached, or this means it is attached with the network and internet, right? So they converted this all the virtualization into one single box, right? So what are the actually now we are talking about the advantage and disadvantage of the 3-tier and HCI. Okay, so if I talk about the 3-tier DC, so number one is, what is the benefit? 3-tier infrastructure, it is a little robust infrastructure, you can say. Robust means every component is a different component. Like server is different, storage is different. Okay, server is different, storage is different. Then after your network is different. Okay, so this is one of, you can say, like a robust, because it all has a 3 different components. So if it will go down, then it will be working, or it will be working. Either if the storage go down, then it will be working. Okay, so any of the components will be working if anything go down. Okay, this is one of the robust. Okay, second thing, every component has its own, you can say, like redundancy. Servers will be there, these will be on the cluster, you can say these will be on the cluster, so it has a redundancy. Definitely storage has a redundancy. It also has a storage cluster. Okay, and there is a RAID inside of this, and this is on the high ops. It has a high operations, And network, it also has a you can say redundancy. Redundancy is that there will be dual network switches. If one go down, then it will go to other and it will switch to the other. Your network will not disconnect and it will start working. Your operations will not stop. Okay, so this is one kind of the robust infrastructure. And in the the big data centers like Google or this one, they have also now started adopting the HCI, but still they are using the legacy infrastructure because those are running from the like a old you can say generation or old this one when they started. So these are running, so these are continuously running. So there is some lifetime of the server actually. There is a lifetime of the this one every server. So after that lifetime they will be retired, and in place of this the new server comes. Okay, that we will discuss. Okay, so now if I talk about the HCI, so it is a single box. Okay, single boxes include all your three components. Here is your server, here is your storage, and here is your network. So this is completely the single box. It's called HCI, Hyper Converge Infrastructure. Or what its benefit? It will be first of all small. Small means this box will be small. Okay, it will be optimized. Optimized means single box including all three components. Okay, less space. It will take less space on your this one rack. Okay, on the three tier you need three different powers. Means server need power, storage need power, network need powers. So you need three different powers. It's called like a PDU, means power distribution units. Power distribution units. But here there will be a common power, and these all three will use this power in a shared mode. So definitely it will consume less power. So it will consume less power. Right? So these are the benefits of the HCI. And cost wise, yes, it has a high cost. This infra has a high cost because every component is a different component and separate component. Here your cost is also optimized because you are buying in all those things in a single box. Right? So this is all about the hyper converged infrastructure. So you can buy multiple HCI, different even HPI, HP like Nutanix is there, Dell VXL is there, NetApp or this one Cisco is there. Okay, right. So one more thing in the HCI, all your server nodes will be consolidated. Means if I am talking about this HCI, it is depending on it can be a single node, it can be a 2 node, 3 node or 4 node. So how many nodes you will add, your cost will increase accordingly. In that your cost will increase and your cost will also increase according to that. Got it? Because those nodes, I just clear and tell you in the one brief. Suppose if you buy a box, this is your, I can say like a server area. This is your server area. So here can be node 1/2/3. It can be a 3 node HCI. Storage will be on your RAID here. So it can have a minimum disk required for a RAID 5 is the 3. Then it can be a more than 3 disk. It can be 5, 6, 10, 12 depending on. and then this will be your network area. So network will be also your redundant here. Okay, there will be network slots here, then here. So you will have to connect those all with the switch, and this will be also redundant. These nodes you can create a cluster during the installation if required. Otherwise, you can also run a standalone node. This one, this one, this one. This also as a standalone node. Or either you can also configure the cluster. RAID definitely will be storage will definitely be in the RAID. Okay, so how much you will capacity you will buy, so you will get the RAID according to the RAID calculation. So it can be like a 50 TV, okay, like a 100 TV. So it can be like this. Okay, and the network cards will be there. Those will be on the Gbps throughput, gigabytes per second. Okay, so now it need also less cooling, because that three tier need much cooling. It needs only this much. It need only less cooling. So it will also optimize your electrical power, will consume less power. So definitely whatever the organizations which are running the big data center, their electricity will be optimized and they will less consume. So definitely they will get a less bill from the government. Okay, so like this HCI works. So this was generally the introduction of the HCI. Okay, what is the HCI and how HCI works. So again I am repeating, HCI is nothing. It's like a hyper converged infrastructure. It is replacing to the three-tier infrastructure. A three-tier is what? Server, network, storage. That is the three-tier infrastructure. So when three-tier infrastructure we consolidate in a single box or single server, then it converts as a hyper-converged. So there is everything is optimized. Your power is optimized. Your cooling is optimized. Okay, all your space is optimized. It will take a less space on this actually, and its cost is also optimized. So everything is optimized here. But in the traditional and three-tier infrastructure, there is lot of cost, power, electricity, all those things all are very much here. Right. So this is the hyper converged infrastructure. Okay. So for today's video we will end up here actually. So you people can also go to the internet and you can check learn about more the hyperconverged infrastructure. Okay, and which are the companies who are manufacturing. Okay, these are Dell is manufacturing VX Rail, that is the hyperconverged infrastructure. Okay, Nutanix is also, it's called HCI. Okay, its model is like a G8 like this. Okay, G9 like this. Then after this NetApp, it is also manufacturing HCI. Then after your Cisco, this is also manufacturing HCI. So all the whatever the OEMs are there, they are manufacturing, and their cost is according to your requirement. How many nodes you need, what kind of the network you need, how much space you need. So you will give them a technical specification. I need this on this box. So according to that box, this is on-demand manufacturing. There are also some of the pre-models also there, but you can also create this on demand. They will give you, okay, they will manufacture according to your requirement. Okay, and whatever cost will be there, they will charge. Okay, so thank you very much for seeing this video. Okay, so please subscribe my channel. It's Techie-S. Okay, and my YouTube channel is with this name. You can subscribe my channel. You can learn this this video. You can take the knowledge from this. Further, I will come with more videos on the data center operations, on the data center parts, how data center works, what is the electrical component in the data center, how data center cooling capacity is managed and calculated, how DC operations work, what is the BCP, all those things that I will come, so that you can get a deep knowledge about all those things who are working in the infra part, so they can get a good knowledge. So on the application side, we will come with a NX, VMware, Hyper-V, all those things we will cover. But need your support, everyone, my YouTube family. So please help me to grow. Okay, if you have any question and you want, Sandeep, we want one video of on this technology regarding the data center. So definitely, I will, try my level best to give you that knowledge on that particular part. So we will grow together and we will learn together. So thank you very much, everyone, for your time. This is a big thank you from my side. Thank you.